Me and the boys going downtown. Yeah, hit him for 80 bajillion damage. There you go. Good job, Jack. Welcome back, everybody, to the show. I'm your host, as always, J Villain, aka That Villain J. And tonight we have a very special treat for you. Yes, we do. Because we're running big answers with a big iron on our hip. Big iron on our hip right here. It's been a while since I touched Mardu. I know it's not everyone's favorite, but, you know, I like to change it up every now and then and get something good here. And this one was really fun. I kind of had an idea, kind of came from a viewer request that morphed into something crazy. Really aggressive, stompy, just a classic Gruul deck for your pleasure right here. So we're going to get right into it. Before we do, I need you to do something for me, which is, of course, tenderly press that like button, gently press that subscribe button. Because if you don't press that like and subscribe button, guys, I'm going to be honest with you. You're going to get attacked by the like and subscribe, which you may or may not know is a YouTube werewolf who will viciously maul you and attack you for not liking the video and subscribing to the channel today. Join us on our stream every night at twitch.tv/thatvillainj for all live streaming goodness. We'd love to have you there live and in person on Twitch and on YouTube. Both of those places you can check us out when we go live. Love to have you there. You can also look at our Discord community for all latest news, information, post your decks, post questions, memes, whatever you want. Avatar: The Last Airbender spoilers are up on the Discord as well. And I think this, again, the reason I think is somebody said in the Discord, hey, Jay, can you do a Gruul? And I said, oh, I'll give it a shot. And of course, this deck, copy of this version, is going to be down below on my AetherHub or my Moxfield. You can check out that link below to find a copy for yourself. So go right down in the description and do that. So what do we have here? Kind of aggro, kind of rampy, kind of aggro with some big ends here. And this worked in Mythic. So first things first, we're going to do Bushwhack. Bushwhack is going to make sure that we get our landfalls when we need them. We can search for a land, or we can make somebody fight somebody we don't control, which is always pretty decent. Always the best kind of removal that green is going to have right there. So just kind of a utility card overall. It's not bad. Solid work as it goes. Next, we're going to go Llanowar Elves because we are going to be ramping. This is, again, a very aggressive deck. We're not really waiting or, you know, for something to happen here. We are going to try to get our stuff out and try to get them smashed really early and soon here. So Llanowar Elves is obviously going to help with that to get the stuff we need out quickly. Paw Patch Formation is a pretty good anti-meta card right here. Destroy target creature with flying, destroy enchantment, draw a card, and draw create a food token. Now, this is basically going to be the utility card that we are going to have, but we can swap this in and out. Another great one is Heritage Reclamation. Heritage Reclamation is great because it is also anti-meta. You can destroy artifacts, enchantments, or exile something from the graveyard so they can't reanimate. So no matter what you're running, you can run Heritage, you can run Paw Patch, another great kind of kill card, and anti-enchantment and stuff like that. Leyline Weaver, this is a new one, and it actually works really good for Stompy. I don't know why more people don't use this in any kind of Stompy deck, because it's a 2/2 Spider Avatar, green or red, so flexible mana there, with reach. And whenever you cast a spell with mana 4 value or greater, you get to untap it. So you can tap it for mana, you pay whatever you want to come in. You know, you put your Boroboroid in, and boom, it untaps again, which means that you can tap it for mana again. So it's kind of a bonus mana or just an additional blocker as we go. So Leyline Weaver is actually a really good card for an uncommon. I want you to start thinking about that one for any of your Stompy needs right there, because it's very useful. We're also going to go back and bring back Ruby Daring Tracker. Love Ruby right here. I've always really liked her. She's a really solid Gruul card, and I don't know why she doesn't get more play for an uncommon. She's a 1/2 haste for 1 red and 1 green. Gruul colors. Human Scout. Whenever Ruby attacks while you control a creature with power 4 or greater, Ruby gets +4, +2/+2. And you can also immediately add red or green. So the fact that she has haste means she can be tapped for mana immediately. Or she can attack. And she has that extra power damage if you're going in with any other big monsters, which is really solid stuff right there. We really like to see that, and we do have some big monsters to help her go in with. So again, ramping and additionally getting stronger as we stomp. Very, very good stuff. All right. One of the fun things about these tap for manas is that Boris the Spider Rider does really good on them. Basically gets out for 1 mana. Like if you do something like Leyline Weaver, you could basically do this because you tap 1 green for Leyline Weaver, bring in Boris the Spider Rider for 1 additional mana, and then recast Leyline Weaver, or even Llanowar Elves. I've tapped Llanowar Elves, brought in Boris, and then played Llanowar Elves again, and it's basically for only 3 mana because this thing is a lot of power for very little price, which I rather like. And this is a new OMENPATHS card that is pretty solid for Gruul. So it's normally 1 green, 1 red, and 1 4/3 legendary creature, human, spider, hero. With the Enweb ability, meaning that you can cast it for 1 red and 1 green if you return a tapped creature card to its owner's hand. And again, tapping somebody for mana, returning them to your hand, and getting a cheaper price off is really, really good. It means you can load the board up. Then, if you cast Boris with Enweb, he enters with a X/1/1 counters, where X is the mana value of the returned creature. So the bigger the creature that you returned with, the more power he swings in with, which is very, very, very cool stuff. So even if you just do like a 2-drop, he comes in as a 6/5 trample, potentially on like turn 3. People generally can't deal with that. Do you know what I mean? Like that's a lot of meat to swing in right there that early in the game. If they don't have removal, it's going to be unanswered damage that you're going to be swinging in. So Boris is actually a really cool card to just add that stompy flavor in. Of course, guys, honestly, listen, we're in Mythic. We want to win games. These people are serious out there. We got to throw Screaming Mimi in. I think if we go 3 Screaming Mimis, we're fine. 1 red, 1 2, 3/3 Haste Spirit. Arguably one of the strongest red cards in the game. Especially the strongest 3-drop in the game. Pretty much it is. Whenever this creature is dealt damage, it deals that much damage to any other target. If a player is dealt damage in this way, they can't gain life for the rest of the game. Hugely powerful stuff right here. Don't forget, if they have a big stompy boy out, you do Bushwhack and Screaming Nemesis and shoot all that power back out at them. So aggressive, dangerous to block, dangerous to be a blocker, and really useful to hit that Bushwhack combination off, because you can really put out a lot of power with that Screaming Mimi right there. So we love Screaming Mimi. We always got Screaming Mimi hype. Just such a good card, just ridiculous. Outcast Trailblazer, you know it. This is a little ramp one from OTJ right here. 1 green, 1 2, 3-drop, 4/2. Whenever this creature enters, add 1 mana of any color. Great little ramp card. And then whenever another creature enters with you control with power 4 or greater, you get to draw a card. You can plot this. You can plot this lady right here for 1 green and 2, meaning on turn 3 or even turn 2, if you put down a Llanowar Elves, you plot it, it goes into exile, and then you can play it for free later on. Meaning that turn 3, turn 4, you add an extra mana, get down a 4/2, and potentially draw an extra card if you put down a powerful creature. Hugely, hugely powerful with ramp and just keeping the flow of cards going into your hand right there for the Outcast Trailblazer. Really, really good card. There's a reason you still see this being played in a lot of high-level ramps or stompies or something like that. Very big popular card in Teamer and all that. I know I just did one with Warden of the Grove, but man, the more I play with Warden of the Grove, the more powerful he seems. 1 green, 2/2 Hydra. At the beginning of your end step, put a 1/1 counter, and whenever another non-token creature you control enters, it endures X, where X is the number of counters on this creature. Just a huge exponential growth guy that either puts out spirits or just make things more powerful or makes itself more powerful. Just a solid all-around card. If you can get it down turn 2 or turn 3, it's going to make everything much, much more powerful. Do you know what I mean? Like, if you have a powerful Ward in the Grove and you bring out a Screaming Mimi, and the Screaming Mimi comes in with +3/+3 on it, you have a 6/6 Screaming Mimi going in, you are doing damage, bro. You are really, really ripping and gripping. So, I really like Warden of the Grove. It's been a pretty solid green 3-drop for me as we go. Well, now for the secret sauce right here. You know I gotta run him. It's been a while since I've done him. I know he's like an auto-include in every deck, but hey, eventually we gotta go back to the master right here. Ouroboros, 2 green and 2, 1/3. At the beginning of combat on your turn, put a 1/1 counter on each creature you control, where X is this creature's power. Again, great stuff with Warden of the Grove. If you can do Warden of the Grove on curve, 3 to a 4 Ouroborite, he comes in with a +1/+1, and then everyone is going to get +2/+2 across the board. Next turn, obviously, they're going to get +3/+3. If they don't do something about him, he just gets out of control. Yes, this gigantic serpent is as big as a planet. There's a reason that this thing can end up being, you know, making 1,000 creatures. It just goes nuts. Orders of magnitude is what we talk about here. So fantastic little plant worm that's going to increase the amount of power and deadliness that generally your creatures are going to have to go in with. You combine him with Mr. Cactus Sure Shot. Look at that. Plant Mercenary, 1 green, 1 red, and 2, 4/4, reach and ward 2. Hard target, hard to kill, right with that ward there. At the beginning of combat on your turn, other creatures you control with power 4 or greater gain trample and haste until the end of turn. This is kind of the secret sauce that makes this deck accelerate. Not only are you going to give everyone a pump, you're going to gain anybody who's power 4 or greater, haste, and trample. So even if you play something like Boris or Big Warden of the Grove, or even a pumped up Screaming Mimi or anything like that, even Outcast Trailblazer, they are going to go in pumped and trampling, and that is what surprises. People don't have the blockers to deal with suddenly having a ton of creatures down on the board, a lot of them aggressively swinging in, and they can't even chump block them. The damage is going to go through. That is kind of how you finish them off really handily right there. So Cactus Surefolk, for an uncommon card, really brings a lot of pain, really brings a lot of heat on this one. And we're going to finish it off with the Quilled Great Worm. However, you could run any kind of big stompy you want at the end. I just like this one because I liked worms. Remember Rootbreaker Worm? Yeah. Craw Worm. I talk about Craw Worm a lot. This thing is crazy looking. 2 green and 4, 7/7 worm trample. Whenever a creature you control deals damage to during your turn, put that many counters on it. You may cast this card from your graveyard by removing 6 counters from among other creatures you control, in addition to playing its mana cost. Having something like Ouroborite and Warden of the Grove and Boris that build up on counters as we go actually makes this possible to cast from the graveyard if they do kill it. It is a trampler, and if you have Cactus Sure Shot, it's a haster as well. So a 6-drop for 7/7 trample that can come back from the graveyard by removing counters is pretty effective, I would say, overall. And not only that, if it does successfully hit, you add so many different counters, you add that many counters to your creatures, they're basically going to need a board wipe to deal with you at that point. It's either they wipe the board or they're going to get stomped out. So just a fun little quick Gruul deck, trying to use some of the new stuff, trying to ramp. This thing really catches people by surprise. That's kind of its main win con, is people are like, where did this amount of damage come from out of nowhere? It's really effective. 4 mountains, 7 forests. We are leaning into forests more than mountains. We're going to throw a commercial district for the Surveil. It counts as a mountain forest, so it does work for the Verge. 4 Verges, commercial district helps with that. Restless Ridgeline, as I call the Honda Ridgeline right there, is not bad either. We get to stomp in with a 4/3 and give somebody +2/+1 and untap them for a man land to attack. And Stomping Ground, of course, is a pretty solid one too. Generally, we don't need to ramp that bad. We can pay the 2 life if we need to make sure we get out, but that's the only pain land that we're going to run right there. Pretty solid land base overall, especially with the amount of ramp and other options that we have right here to add any other mana that we want. Not too worried. You don't need to get too fancy with the mana, but solid deck all around. 34 creatures. We're going heavy. We're going hard. 10 humans, but we got avatars, worms, spirits, everything, spiders, a little bit of everything. 2 instants, 4 sorceries, 21 lands on a 2.7. Guys, there is an insane amount of ramp in this deck. You don't need that much land. Believe it or not, 21 land, you're like, Jay, that's barely anything. I'm telling you, between Leyline Weaver, Llanowar Elves, and Ruby Daring Tracker, part of the reason that this is so effective is that we're not going to draw that many lands. We're going to get it off of our creatures, and we are really going to gun it. We are really going to shoot down range very quickly. As far as the sideboard goes, just a little, I already talked about this. Heritage Reclamation is a fun one. That helps. Braid is good. Rhino's Rampage is not bad for if you want to put a new Omen Path card in here. You fight someone. If it fights a creature an opponent controls, excess damage is dealt this way, destroy an artifact, which is not bad, with mana value 3 or less. So that can be fun if you have a Stompy Boy out and they have artifacts. Rhino's a great way to get, Dreadmaw's a great way to get artifacts. Ruinous Rampage, crack artifacts too. We hate artifacts with this deck. Helena and Alana, Partners at Law, also a really good card that adds counters and acceleration. I think that you could swap her in for something if you wanted. But as far as 4-drops, I kind of wanted these more, but she's certainly something to consider. And Zakao Predation Shadow, also known as Craven, he's a cool one. He's just really expensive. However, with the amount of ramp that we have, I think he is castable in case you wanted to play a Gruul villain on top of everything else you're doing. So that is what we're going to do. This won a lot of games in Mythic, believe it or not. It really hit off. I know it's very unassuming. It doesn't seem like it's got a lot of power, but when it all comes together, it really does stomp. Make sure you leave a comment. Make sure you like the video. Stay right here. We got more decks coming up. Let's get into it. A lot of times draft is only one set. They'll be like, oh, it's Edge of Eternity's draft. You only draft from that set. Cube is like spread out. I usually play traditional draft, which is you grab packs on a rotating 8-person format. Everyone grabs a pack. And then you keep rotating it around the table. I generally play that because it's the one that makes most sense to me. But then there's pick 2 and there's all kind of other shit. Which is, I don't know much about, unfortunately. Yes, it would be very helpful. The thing is if you're drafting, drafting is very hostile to new players. They really don't, they don't explain a lot. Boom. Okay, so destroy target enchantment. And web. You. Boom. There you go. Yeah, that's what the thing is. People always go, just draft. Drafting is amazing. It's going to get you all the cards in the world and you're going to do fantastic. It's not really a good solution for people who don't know how to draft. It is not a great... It's not a great option. That's why people constantly going, just draft, bro. It's going to be amazing. It's not the best choice for everyone to do that. You know, so. Boom. Let's see what he thinks about this. Yeah, double block, man. That's a good... Oh, yeah, triple block, man. That's the stuff right there. I'll take 2 and 4 there. Boom, boom. That's great. Oof. Oof. Sloof. There we go. Yeah, we'll have the full set by November. Ajani's Pride Mate. Very nice. Healer's Hawk 2. Or should I say as well? Healer's Hawk as well, or Healer's Hawk 2? That one, so... Let me do that. Yeah, it's not new friendly, but it can be rewarding. This is a very true statement. Many such cases. But yeah, the people telling you to draft forever, I don't do that. Don't just draft and draft and draft. It's not a good idea. Let's do this. Boom, boom, boom. Hey, what's up, YouTube Frog? How you doing? AKA the Meme Frog. Speaking of meme frogs, a meme frog hasn't really come back. Boom. Let's drop that. Rune Lurker Bat. Let's get Screaming Mimi out immediately. Immediately. Boom. Probably some sort of removal. You made fun of my gallbladder. Okay, that's right. Who used to make fun of my carpal tunnel was giving me... Nightwater was giving me carpal tunnel syndrome. Somebody used to say that. Commercial District. Boom. Let's give it another Screaming Mimi. Put you down. Boom. Either way, speaking of Nightwater... Oh, God, it's so good. Dazzling Angel. Push, push. There you go. Ooh, Marauding Blight Priest, very nice. A simple gain and drain deck from a more civilized era. I can catch you. Boom, boom. Boom. Outclass Trailblazer. I guess I gotta do Screaming Mimi, huh? Boom, 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 boom. Boom, 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 boom. A bang, 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 bang. He could sweep me right now. It is possible. I don't think it's going to do any good, though. Yeah. Yeah, I had a gallbladder. I missed stream for like 2 nights because of gall to do that. Oof, alright, boom, let's drop that. No, it was like kind of just an attack of gallstones. It's hard to explain. Like, they mostly just went away. I had to change my diet for like a couple months. And I haven't really ever aggravated me again. Roaring Furnace. Who's he gonna hit? That guy. Look at that. Or another Grove. Bingo. Yeah, I didn't get him out. They didn't feel it was necessary. What Drifty's not telling you is that he's mostly machine. That's what he's not. That's what he's not telling you. That's what Drifty doesn't want you to know. No attacks. Dustmourn's claim number 2. Oh, he's doing a claim deck. Awesome. Who's he going to hit me with? Let's see what we get. Boom. Boom. Nice. Good stuff. Love it. Let's do this. Oh, bow, 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 bow. There you go. A little bit of speed for you. Play Abum's Ugin deck, please. I don't know what Abum's Ugin deck, please. I don't know where it said challenge me, where it says you get to pick my deck. I don't know where you saw that. Bump, 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 bump. Ooh, this is not great. Ops goes first and I'm slow. I'm going to mulligan this one. Keep that. Leyline Weaver to Ruby. That's a pretty good hand. I think I can get rid of a Stomping Ground, though. I think I can get away with that. Oh, you want me to play his insane nonsense deck? Okay. Ember Heart. More like Ember Fart, am I right? Alright, that's enough of that. Do. Shell, of course. He'll pump this. This is pretty much just an L right here. We're gonna pay 2 life. We'll put down Grove. Boom. He'll probably have another shelter just to burn up to get rid of it. Yep. GG. Yeah, Leyline Weaver's not a bad card. I'm trying to throw in more stuff in there. That's funny. You watch Red Cat. Red Cat's a great guy. Everyone should be watching Red Cat. All right, ladies and gentlemen. We got a deck for you tonight. Gonna be running some good mono red. Turning Wrenches. I go first. That's not terrible. 3.6 Roankin. Not great, not terrible. Boom. Boom. We'll take it. Sure. We'll put down Ruby. You know what? Yeah, we'll fucking put down Ruby. I don't give a fuck. He can burn it up. It's fine. Boom. Okay, we do that. We do this. Bango. Okay. Is he gonna kill that? Samurai's Katana. Samurai's Katana. Okay, so we do this. Add 1 mana of any color. Add green. Add this. Boom. Pop. Do we destroy this thingy right here? I don't think we do. I think we let him get in because I'm going to hurt him real bad. Oof, oof. There you go. And he's going to Helix. Boom. Not bad. Not bad. We're gonna do enters tapped. We're this. We're gonna say boom, push, pop, pop, pop. Okay. My Saffron Olive probably couldn't. I couldn't probably do Saffron Olive properly. He has kind of a high, squeaky voice. He talks in a certain way. I watch Saffron Olive from every now and again. I do like him though. Ooh. Let's do this. Yeah, that's the good stuff right there. Yeah. Gun it. Let's gun it. Let's fucking gun it. He's a little worried because I'm going to run through a lot of shit here. And that will destroy target creature. Boom. Down to 1 right there. We'll hold Paw Patch formation and see what he does. What's he going to do here? He's going to hold steady. And he's out of there. Very nice. Very nice. Boom. Welcome to the show, Delta Zen. Let me give you a shout out. Gathering Magically Femboy Foxo Squad. Give packs, please. Are you a fellow VTuber? Delta Zen. VTuber. I like magical Western settings. I like the magical space settings. Yeah, just bring magic. Just bring magic into it. That's the main thing. Don't bring stuff that isn't magical into the game. Bring magic into the game called magic. I know it sounds fucking crazy. Oh, that's fantastic, Delta Zen. Welcome to the show. I'm Jay Villain, aka That Villain Jay. It's good to meet you. We're probably gonna lose to this landfall shit right here. Boom. Solid Snake, thank you for following. Boop. Okay. No attacks. That's fantastic, Delta Zen. Always got to support the VTuber community. VTuber. 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 VTuber.
It's fixed.
What kind of hats do they wear in Lauren? Or Lauren? Look. What do you mean Lauren? Lorwyn? Oh. They're all they're twee magical elves and fairies. That's their whole thing. They're all just friendly.
Hall of Fame.
So yeah, I'd have to add I don't know what. I don't know what exactly. Oh, you beat the color challenge. Oh, you're brand new to Magic. Well, welcome to Magic, Delta Zen.
You broke him, Chief. Gonna have to reconstruct this page. Any.
Ouroboros. Ooh, that's gonna be good. VTuber. Oh, I know what you're talking about. Felidar Sovereign. I I know which one you're talking about. Felidar Sovereign. So true, bestie. Llanowar Elves. Boom. Going in. Block that. We'll block that with that. Boom. Pop. It's 8 damage to my opponent or 8 damage to him. We'll do it to him. Doesn't really matter. We're going to die anyways. It's very, very difficult to beat landfall. Just not possible. Alright, last one. We'll see if we can turn it around right now. We did get some good wins in this. This deck isn't awful. It actually has 75% on the play. It does really bad on the draw, but it's actually performed quite admirably, but the problem is if we're on the draw, we just fucking auto lose, which is not ideal. Yeah, I have a whole YouTube channel, Delta Zen, with decks, tips, hints, everything like that, and you're more than welcome to come on by and check out the YouTube channel. YouTube. Ads, Jay. Ads. Leyline Weaver. Let's do... Let's do another Leyline Weaver. Let's see if we can get something here. Dazzling Angel. Razmadaz. He's going to swing in. He is going to go in. No. Boom. The Schwack. So we're going to do this. Green. We will add red. We will bring in Boris the Spider Rider. And then we will I think we're going to run the Schwack again? Yeah, we're going to run the Schwack again. I think we got to. Probably has a protection card, which means I'm going to fucking lose. No, he didn't have a protection card. Okay. Alright. So, we did that. I had background noise in the... Oh, I didn't hear that. Oh, I got exiled to the Black Abyss. Exiled to the darkness beyond the stars. Reach and ward. Boom. Okay. A lot I can do with 3 mana. Let's do that. Boom. He's going in. He's going to play something on me here. He's got an instant somewhere. He's going to play a removal or something. Alright, we'll do what we do. We'll do what we like, and we like what we do, I guess. Ain't no thing. Really strapped for mana on that one. Yeah, I don't know what background ads that was. I couldn't tell you. Could have been anything. Could have been an ad in the music that I was playing. I have no idea. So let's do that. Bring you in. Pop, pop. Fizz, fizz. Let's do no attacks. Okay, he's drawing a lot of garbage there, isn't he? He's drawing a lot of garbage there. Let's put this out. Next, no attacks. Boom, boom, no attacks. End turn. Okay, we have a lot of reach out. Calcifying into evil gallstones. This is true. Many such cases. Angel of Villainy. Vitali. The Vitalian job. Is he want to risk going in on me here? I don't... Oh, he does. Okay, fuck him. Alright, he wants to fucking do it. You want to fucking bang? We can bang, man. Ain't no thing. Like I said, bro, ain't no thing. You want to get it in? We'll get it in, man. Boom, boom. There you go. Now we're fucking cooking with oil. Now we're cooking with oil. Pop, pop. Fizz, fizz. Now we're fucking cooking with gas, man. Now we're deep frying an angel. Yeah. Yeah. There we go. Nice. Good win right there. Yeah, that was a solid one. That was a nice girthy win right there. Good heft, good weight to it. Good thickness, you know, generally. Ops goes first, and I'm super slow here. That's too bad. If he comes in tapped, maybe we'll get it, but probably not. No. Let's bring out Ruby, Ruby, Ruby. Boom. Probably a kill card. Oh, Infernal Vessel. Oh, cool. Okay. So we're going to do this. We're going to do this. And we're going to do this. We're going to do no attacks. Ruby Rails. I remember when I was playing Shadowrun, I had an AI construct and I named it Ruby Rails. I don't know who gets that. Somebody will get that. Boop, 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 boop. We're going to trample through there. Wabango, wabango. Boom. A sweeper? Could be a sweeper. Could also just be nothing. Boy, the planetary creeper. When you see the size of this, you start to understand why. Oh, that didn't work. That guy didn't know what ward was. When you understand that this is the size of a planet, that is a planet's surface, and that Ouroboros is that big, you start to understand why it can, on turn 5, it can be 1,000. It starts to make sense there. It starts with one thing. I don't know why. It doesn't even matter how hard you try. Keep that in mind. I designed this ride to explain in due time. All I know, time is a valuable thing. Boom. Whoop, 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 whoop. Now we could get aggro. We could get aggroed out here. There's a very good chance that we get. He's got 5 on the board. He could run a board wipe. No, that's gonna do me for 1 there. No, that's not gonna be it. Rock curse Rakshasa. All right, me and the boys going downtown. Yeah, hit him for 80 bajillion damage. There you go. Good job, deck. Not bad. Why do I keep thinking this deck is bad? Maybe just I don't like Gruul. Oh, I love the Dark Tower, man. The Dark Tower is one of my favorite series. Apparently, there's a lot of references to the Dark Tower in the new Welcome to Derry TV show. Gonna raid and run. Hey, have a good rest, Delta Zen. Delta Zen sounds like a strand of cannabis. I'm not gonna lie to you, but awesome. Welcome. Hope we see you back here sometimes. Oh, we got no mana there. We're gonna mulligan that one. Mulligatani. Commercial district. We're fuck it, we'll take it. Why not? Fuck it, why not? All right, weapons. Let's do this. We can destroy weapons. Oof. Okay. Okay, probably gonna destroy ruby rails here. See the turtle of enormous girth. On its shell it holds the earth. Yeah, all things serve the beam. He's gonna do it. He can't help it. He's gonna kill it. No, he's not. Oh my goodness, he didn't do it. Okay. If I don't draw a... He's gonna station that. Okay, so... We're gonna do this. Search your library for basic land. We're gonna grab a green card. We're gonna do this. We're gonna put you down. And then we're gonna say, you destroy target enchantment. You don't get that anymore. Boom. There you go. All things serve the beam. Pinnacle Emissary. It's so peak. Another Pinnacle Emissary. Hey, what's up, Atlantis Prime? How you doing? Also known as Zensitsuken. Boof. He's going to kill both of my guys. He's going to exile one and kill the other one. Boom. 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 He's going to station this. He's going to station the fuck out of it. Okay, that becomes a thing. Yeah, we didn't get any mana here. That's our biggest problem. We didn't get any fucking mana. We need to get not a lick. Not a lick of mana on this, and it's a damn shame. We'll do that. We'll go in. Dark Tower would be a great UB. I don't think it's popular enough. Dark Tower would be an awesome UB. Dark Tower has some really cool lore into it. How'd you mess it up, Jappy? I don't even know what the midweek is. I don't even know what the midweek is yet. Not even sure. Don't even understand it. Pop. Pop, 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 pop. Down to 3 there. We're gonna do this. To the web. Hey, what's up, BBBBBBBBB4616? Welcome to the show. I can't give you the deck yet, but I can put it up on the screen for you. Because we're making this into a video, a YouTube video. You play everything for free. Oh, okay. That was a crazy way of writing it, Jappy. By the way, Gobbler was cracking up at your writing, Jappy. He really thought it was funny. I guess during the video, I was like, Jappy, I don't understand a single thing you just wrote out in chat. I apologize, but I don't know what the hell you just said. And Gobbler was cracking up. He thought that was really funny. He said, get it together, Jappy. Get it together. Get it together, Japs. Jap. Jappy Jap. Ops goes first. I really would love to go first. We're going to do a couple more games. We already proved our point with this. We're actually at a 75% win rate on the play. We just are never on the fucking play. We're normally a 56 otherwise, but like we almost are like guaranteed on the win here. Yeah. Boof, Llanowar, Valg's Lair. Optimistic. You got 1 green, man. What do you got to think about? You have huge fingers and a tiny phone. That'd be a problem. That would be a problem. Spellbook vendor. Can't pay that yet. We're gonna pay 2 life to bring it in. We're gonna pay 1 green. We're gonna bring in Bordis. Grader. Fuck you. And bring your Llanowar ass back. Innkeeper's Talent, not bad. Oh, it's all about cards that draw. Okay. I haven't even taken a look at it yet. Yeah, we did quite well with that. That's going to be tomorrow's deck. We're going to do a shakedown breakdown on that a little later. Ooh, okay. So let's do this. We'll add green mana. Do that. Untapped. Okay, Adventon said no thank you. We're getting too big for you. All right. Honestly, we did okay. Again, 57%, 75 on the play. We got silly, guys. There's nothing wrong with getting a little silly. There's nothing wrong with getting a little silly on him out here. And honestly, the two losses we had were the unmodified one. I think this version is even better win rate if we take a look at it. So let's take a look at it. Let's take a look at it. Yeah, this current version is a 62% win rate. Version 2. Yep. Version 2 is a 62% win rate, which is I'm happy with. It's 62% in Mythic ain't easy, man. That's pretty solid. I'm happy with how that rolled out. I actually think we've probably dialed it in and has some good anti-meta. We'll call big answers. Big answers, man. You know, there's a lot of things that this can just do and just get out of control really quickly, but we had some good matchups and it's a fun one. Actually using new cards, which was my challenge for myself. We actually used Leyline Weaver and Boros. So we actually used some new spiders in this one and got the job done. And hey, ain't that what it's all about? Isn't that what it's all about at the end of the day?